Broadcasting to you from somewhere deep in the heart of Texas. Once again, it's me, Honey Ann. Hope everybody's doing well today. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'm going to talk about Isaiah 40:31 today. And Isaiah, he compares us to eagles, and he calls us to soar to new heights in terms of our faith and commitment, and consider the characteristics of an eagle. Okay, so we have the king of birds. Like an eagle that stirs up its nest and hovers over its young, that spreads its wings to catch them and carries them, on its pinions. So the Lord alone did lead him. Deuteronomy 32:11-12. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, and they that mount up with wings as eagles, they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. He satisfies my desires with good things, so that my mouth is renewed like the eagle. Psalm 13:2-5. I mean, have you ever been to a prairie? There's one in Wisconsin, and it's basically right on the Mississippi River near the border of Iowa. A friend of mine had visited there because they'd been told that it was one of the places where the eagles lived and mated, and it was a beautiful spring day, and they had decided to have a picnic lunch in a park that overlooked the river. And as they were eating, suddenly they saw the eagles in flight, sweeping over the Palisades. Bald eagles at that. These magnificent creatures had left them spellbound. And there's something majestic and mysterious about our national bird. I mean, the eagle is known as the king of birds, and it has some interesting features and traits, that we would do well to evaluate and emulate. I mean, first consider the nest. It's usually built on the edge, of a great, precipice, and there's the mother bird, and she hatches her young, and then for a time she nourishes and cherishes them. And the nest, basically, it's made of thorns and jagged stones and sharp bones, literally, and it's covered with wool and feathers and furs from animals that she's killed. And when she stirs up the nest, the eaglets begin to feel like leaving. And she also prods them with her sharp talons. And then a day comes when she sweeps them out with her powerful wings and casts them over the ledge of rock. Screaming with terror, they drop like stones. But just as they're about to be dashed to pieces, she swoops down below them and bears them up. And she'll continue this process until they learn to fly. It's a very similar manner how God deals with his people. He cherishes them, but he also challenges them. And he protects and provides for them. But he also subjects them to the disciplines of disturbance so that they can learn how to fly. Now, the eaglet that whimpers, I can't, you know, dies on the rocks and adds its carcass, to the carrion already there. But the eaglet that attempts to fly, when flight seems impossible, soon finds itself lord of the blue. And secondly, consider its wings. An eagle is built for flight, upward flight. They soar above the storms. They keep flying until they are safe in the sunshine. In like manner, the child of God should face the darkness of storms with courage and determination. His prayer and faith can penetrate the clouds and bring him into the glory of the sun's presence. And the wings make it possible for the eagle to perform with great speed and strength. Spiritual eagles, they can perform with equal speed and strength. And God, he has promised to supply it. The believer quickly flees temptation, and God's strength is made perfect in his weakness. These wings make it possible for the believer to go swiftly to the aid of others. In Psalm 103:5, we read about our youth being renewed like that of the eagle. And the psalmist, you know, um, is referring to the molting of birds, which is in most cases, it takes place annually, in which they cast their old feathers off and get a new plumage. And the third amazing feature of eagles has to do with their eyes. They are known for their keen eyesight. The expression, excuse me, eagle eye. It describes quite accurately one of the unique characteristics of this fascinating bird of prey. And the eagle's eyesight is 3 to 4 times stronger than a human. Think about that. Now, spiritual eagles, they should have keen eyesight also. They are, to keep their eyes centered on Jesus. Hebrews 12:2. They are to overlook the faults in others, and they should be quick to see the needs of others as well. And of course, they should be able to spot the enemy readily. This is often referred to as spiritual insight. Another aspect of eagle life has to do with their habitat. They build on high ledges and they live apart in the high places because they are solitary birds. Spiritual eagles pursue the lofty summits as well. They separate themselves from the principles, and their values and the standards of the world. They lay up treasures in heaven, not on earth. You know, Joseph Parker, he was this great English preacher, and he once said, "An eagle does not roost in a sparrow's nest, and neither does a child of God. God has designed and empowered us to be like the eagle, ever ascending in our faith." Watch out, Shimo. You're in the way, baby. Sorry, that's my kitty cat. Okay. So when we strive to live in the heights, we can't help but notice several things. Number one, it's not crowded. Number two, the air is clear, the vision greater. Number three, the beauty is breathtaking. And four, a feeling of exhilaration surges through the one committed to live such a life, success instead of failure. And perseverance and hard work paid off, and we soar like the eagle. There's this story that's told about a farmer who caught a young eagle and placed it with his chickens. And the eaglet ate with them and soon adopted itself to their ways. And one day a friend was visiting the farm and noticed the eagle with the chickens in the barnyard. And he said to the farmer, "What's that eagle doing in there?" And the farmer answered, "Oh, he doesn't know he's an eagle. He thinks he's a chicken. He eats feed and does everything the chickens do. He'll never fly." But his friend said, "No, I don't agree. He's still an eagle because he was created to be one. He has the heart of an eagle, and one day he will realize it." And the farmer's friend tried to prove it by encouraging the eagle to fly, but unsuccessfully. And finally, one day, he took him to the foot of a mountain just as the sun was rising. The instant the eagle got a vision of the rising sun, he uttered a wild scream of joy, stretched his wings, and flew off, never to return to the barnyard again. Oh, for a vision of Jesus, the Son of righteousness, that we may mount up with wings as eagles. And with that, I'm going to conclude this short broadcast. Hey, Rich Magoo, good to see you. I hope you enjoyed the sermon. It was a little short 10-minute one today, but you know, it was meaningful to me, so I'm hoping it was meaningful to you as well. A lot of times we sit around and we wonder why we find ourselves separate from the world, and it gets lonely sometimes. And just hearing words from the Bible like this, is so uplifting because the world is just so filled with darkness. And those of us that are trying to, stay in the right place and we're walking in light, we see that darkness, and it's growing all around us, closing in. We have to remember, what is it, John 1:5 or 5:1? And the light goes into darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not, you know? But so the darkness is drawn to the light, just like how other light is drawn to us. So we just have to stay strong. You know what I mean? We have to stay strong in Jesus, you know? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. And thank you for supporting the channel and dropping in. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And hopefully I'll see you back around this time tomorrow. May you be blessed in Jesus' name. Hey, Rich, before I take off out of here, did you know that I think it was last year, YouTube set out put out some more rules about COVID and stuff. And we're not allowed to pray for people with COVID. The rules literally say that we can't pray. That's another way for us to get strikes on our channels or get completely banned. Another sister sent me those rules yesterday or the other day, and it really blew my mind. It just blew my mind that now they're saying that we can't pray. Yep. So anyway, all right, okay. I'll get on out of here, but pass the word on if you see any other brothers or sisters out there, so they know, because they could wind up losing their channel because of it. I've got 2 strikes. Yeah, it's crazy. I've got 2 strikes against me now. Let's see. Uh, I can share it with you right quick. Let me see. Real quick. If I can pull them up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I may do that on the next broadcast. I'll pull those notes up so everybody can see the rules, so everybody can see them, so that way they're made aware of it. Okay, well, I'll catch you on the next one then. Bye bye.